Back to weather impacts. I know you've been trying to finesse this winter weather potential that we're seeing. I know it's been difficult.
Yeah, kind of trying to do a snow dance here because I know people are really excited about the potential. Things I will say at this point either look stagnant with the chance, if not trending downward a bit. There's so many different kind of things that go into this, which is why WCNC Plus, our 6:30 weather show, is a great place to be because we kind of get to talk about them in more detail. But Vanessa, some of the model outliers we were watching earlier have started to trend closer together, but also lower, which again, not ideal for folks who are excited about snow. So at this point, I still think there's a chance of a few flurries, but I think our accumulation potential is extremely, extremely low. Again, that's really the biggest change with the Piedmont snow potential. We, of course, will still see an opportunity for snow Saturday morning in the mountains. Across the board, Friday morning, it's all about the current wind chills. Right now, you can see 1 below in Jefferson, 17 the current wind chill in Charlotte, and we're pretty much only going down from here, staying pretty stagnant again with those wind chills in the teens here in the Queen City, just a few degrees below zero up in the mountains. The good news is there, though, is that the mountains yesterday, I guess technically Thursday morning, we're seeing about 15 degrees below zero. So it's at least an improvement on that front. As we look ahead toward tomorrow afternoon, again, we are seeing clear and calm conditions. But as we get closer to Saturday, this is kind of where things start to get a little bit interesting. So Saturday, we actually have a cold front rolling through the area. You can see it's bringing areas of snow in the mountains early Saturday, a little bit of a mix for portions of the foothills, and then only rain for us here in Charlotte. But that cold front is the front that we would be watching to try to lock in some of this cold air in place. So that when moisture arrives on Sunday, snow would be a given. But the temperatures are looking to be very, very warm as this front moves through. We get into the 50s Saturday afternoon. So even with conditions cooling off Sunday behind that cold front, 50s right before we have a day where we want snow is really, really difficult when it comes to not only anything potentially sticking, but just snow forming in the first place. So right now, snow or no, if I had to assign a number to it, if I was literally playing the lottery, truthfully, and this is just Brittany Van Voorhees speaking, not the rest of the weather team, I'd say no. However, we are still seeing some signals that it is still a possibility. Morning, midday on Sunday, again, minimal impacts, if any. I do want people to stay tuned to the forecast because this can still change. The biggest thing that I've been watching over the last 24 hours that has changed is that, again, that cold air doesn't look to be locked in as much, and the moisture is looking to be very, very difficult. If we were looking at these exact models yesterday, one of the only differences is that all this rain was actually snow. Snow potentially even closer to the coast. So just that trend in itself tells me we might be too warm for anything to happen. And even this model, which is the GFS, the American, which was previously very aggressive with our snowfall potential, has even started to trend lower and lower, closer to the European. This is a model data from the Weather Prediction Center, and right now it calls for a less than 5% chance that we would have 1 inch of snow on the ground in Charlotte. So again, accumulation right now looks to be very minimal. This is my latest boom or bust forecast, about a 50-50 shot of a trace to a 1/2 inch. Almost equal chances though we see nothing. Very, very, very low chance we could see anything more than 0.5. But if we were to see 0.5, my opinion, that's something. Here's that Jerry Hunt Supercenter 7-day forecast. Again, bitterly cold tonight. Stay